most of the time is different from the way you see life. Sometimes life is good. Other times, well, maybe not so good. And this is why many times we need someone to talk to, someone to listen to us without judging us. And this is a program that is designed exactly for that purpose, where we can talk, chat, laugh, and sometimes cry together. Come on, let's talk over our matters. Let's discuss the matters of life and find solutions together. This is SHINA. Our program is now going to be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I need you to join in. We need to talk together. You will have the opportunity to call in, ask questions, discuss matters that concern your heart, and I guarantee you'll be glad that you talked. I'll be waiting on you Tuesday, and on Wednesday, and on Thursday. SHINA will be waiting for you. Hello, and you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining. I really, really do appreciate you. It's a new week for us. You know, we start this program on Tuesdays, and so happy new week to you. All right, how's it been? For me, it's been good. Look, I've always believed that every day is a good day. All right, and I want you to see life just like that. Now, some days are better than some days, but believe me, every day is a good day. All right, I do hope you are having progress and achievements in all that you do. Congratulations to those of you that you have celebrations to do at this time of the month. I congratulate you. Thank you very much again to those of you that get in touch with us, those of you that call, those of you that make sure that everything goes well. I appreciate you as well. Well, this is Sharing Life Matters with SHINA, and it's always a good thing to be with you. Domestic violence is a major problem in our society, and that's what we talk about on this program. All right, domestic violence is really, really real, and the more we talk about it, well, the more we win over it. Listen, the time has come for us not to pretend anymore. These are things happening, and these things are actually destroying lives of people. If you and I show that you care, we care. If you and I care, then we need to talk about it. We need to make people hear. We need to make people know, understand that domestic violence is a major problem in the society. Usually, we hear that the big news, the breaking news that somebody has killed somebody, and that's the news we carry. But there are things that happen before the main news. Those things are the things I like to talk about on my program. Particularly tonight, I'm going to be giving you a real life example of what happened just 3 days ago. And you and I, we need to deduce and see how we can avoid things like this from happening. To those of you out there listening to me and you're going through this main problem of violence in your family, in your relationships, please accept my sympathy. And above all, I do hope that you find a way out of the many problems. Shortly, we'll be going on a break. And when we come back, we will surely hit the ground running. But I'll give you a preamble. If you look at the victims of domestic violence, to a large extent, the female species or the females suffer it more. It's not that guys don't suffer it. The females suffer it more. But then the question tonight is, are there things that provoke? Listen, can I say this one time and every time? Look straight into my eyes and hear me. There is no justification for domestic violence. Can I say that again? There is no justification for domestic violence. I believe that make your relationships work. Do everything you can do to make it work. If you have to beg, beg. If you have to spend money, spend money. If you have to call on others to step into it, call on others to step into it. But then, if the way is too tough for both of you to work together, by all means, go your separate ways. You're better off living long as a single parent than dying young in the name of love. There is absolutely no justification for domestic violence. And I would say that repeatedly, particularly with the topic I'd like to treat tonight. However, Are there things that the ladies do? Again, I've said the ladies suffer more. The victims are more on the ladies' side, at least from statistics that we have seen. Are there things they do that actually will push a man to commit this horrendous crime on them? We will start discussing this when I get back from break. We'll be going on break right now, and when we come back, we'll hit the ground running. But then before I go on break, please call on all those family, friends. Pick up your phones. This is not my program. This is our program. I need us to discuss this together. Your words could be a solution to a family tonight. And I don't want you to just see it acting as if it does not concern you. It concerns all of us. One of the things that we're going to be discussing in the future, how domestic violence affects everybody, including you and I. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. Ship to USA from Niger, or ship from Niger to USA, and also to Canada. Individual, small business, corporate establishments, and African stores and restaurants. Ship anything at all. USA Office, 12455 Westpac Drive, Suite H15, Houston, Texas 77082. Telephone 832-614-8984 or 281-741-4829. Email info@bsaprologservice.com or www.bsaprologservice.com. BSA Procurement and Logistics Services. You are the reason we exist.
Asu Rock African Market. We work hard to provide you with a wide selection of things you enjoy from Africa that are of the greatest quality. We are the premier African grocery store franchise in USA. African food products, meats, pastries, and hot and ready-to-eat meals. Check us out today at www.azurrockmarket.com. Open 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Sunday. 13711 Western Road, Suite A1, Houston, Texas 77077. Seamless, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. Call us now at 832-990-7590. In-store shopping or in-store pickup and deliveries. Asu Rock African Markets. Catering and everyday entertaining.
Organic fruits, vegetable and skimmed non-fat milk extracted by an expert with over 38 years of combined experience working with products and educational. Cleansed and processed without adding additives such as sugar, coloring and preservatives. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice and yogurt bar. Fresh, healthy and delicious. Our special juices include green juice, energy booster, fishing juice, recovery juice, regulator juice, rejuvenated juice, organic carrot juice, organic laxative juice, organic kidney cleanse. Our fresh made yogurt includes pineapple yogurt, banana yogurt, and coconut yogurt. Order now at 281-741-1037 through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. We also do delivery or walk-in at 3320 Highway C South, Suite D, Houston, Texas 77082. Check us out at www.paddyspoint.co. Paddy's Point organic fruit juice and yogurt bar. Fresh, healthy, and delicious.
Need to get somewhere fast and at a reasonable price? You need Tigo. You can be confident your driver will be courteous and professional. Tigo is super budget friendly, even for students and low-income workers. Tigo is convenient. Book your ride, pay, and tip your driver all in the app. Tigo, the ride-sharing company with a difference. Download the Tigo app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Sunrise African Supermarket has been in existence for a while now with everyday 5-star rating. All our customers love one-stop shopping experience. Come, see and buy your groceries with us. Sunrise African Supermarket, 12639 Bisonai Street, Houston, Texas 77099. Open Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays. Telephone 346-400-7772. Sunrise African Supermarket. Come, see and buy your groceries with us.
Welcome back. This is Shine Life Matters with Eshman, and I really, really appreciate you for being here. Now let's go straight to the point because we have a lot to discuss tonight, and I would encourage you to please look. The time has come for us to keep to speak out, really, because there are too many things happening. And if you know better, speak out, because that will save somebody's life. I appreciate those of you sending mails to the email address that we give you from time to time on topics and things happening. I really appreciate you. Very soon we're going to be displaying some of the messages for you to see yourselves. All right, I really appreciate you. To the rest of us, we can't afford to keep quiet. When we keep quiet to things like this, then we're as guilty as the person that committed the crime. Speaking out, making a call, calling to the show could save someone's life. I'm going to read out something to you tonight, then we'll start from there. But my main topic tonight, that I'm starting tonight, do men also suffer domestic violence? Are they also victims? Before I start the topic, I would say this like 100 times over. There is no justification for domestic violence. No reason at all. I would rather have you walk away than to lay your hands on anybody. Again, I would say that just for the records and for the reality from the bottom of my heart. There is no justification for domestic violence at all. All right? Regardless of where it is coming from, whether from the man or from the woman, there is no justification for domestic violence. Yes. All around, or everywhere in the world, the women or the females suffer more from the issue of domestic violence. There are more of the victims, and that's the reality. So many things work against the female. I'm always on the side of the females. I will always be, because they are the wicked ones. They are the ones that we need to protect. We need to protect them. Fine, they are specially designed. Sometimes they say things a bit too much. They do things a bit too much. But there is no justification for domestic violence. There's no reason to hit any woman. However, tonight, I'm going to be looking at the topic, do men also suffer from domestic violence? Are men victims at times? Are there things that the ladies do that will provoke a man to as much as killing her? I will read something to you tonight that happened 3 days ago. Then we'll take it from there. I'm going to read it very quickly. I will cover the names, all right? I will make sure I don't mention their names. When I read it, you will find out that, look, there are trivial things that cause this thing. So when you pick the phone, I need us to discuss this very in detail. The mother of 5 has died allegedly after she was beaten by her husband over a loaf of bread. This happened 3 days ago. She was beaten to death by her husband over a loaf of bread. The deceased, identified as, I'm not going to mention her name, I'm not going to mention where from, was married to her husband, and their union, they had four sons and 1 daughter. Now, on the fateful day, the lady had asked her husband to buy bread, but the man said he didn't have money. So she used her money to buy the bread, and cut the long story short, the man ate the bread and finished it. So she went to the kitchen, hoping to get the bread she bought for her children, only to find out that the man had eaten it. And from there, an argument started. And the next thing, there was a slap, there was a hit, and he beat her till she died. This is just 3 days old. Now, may I quickly say this, and I beg to be well understood. Not all deaths from domestic violence were intentional. No, a lot of them were not planned. A lot of people that killed people in their marriages, in their relationships, a lot of them, didn't say all of them, a lot of them did not plan to kill. It's always that one last blow. Don't give it. You need to understand that the person you're trying to hit may have some other sicknesses, and you will just make it faster. Now, one would ask me, why would a loaf of bread cost a woman's life? One loaf of bread. Now, let's now go to the question. Are there things that the ladies do that will move a man to want to hit them? Before I start dealing with it, hear me loud and clear. There is no justification for domestic violence. I will say that as much as I can so that everybody listening will know that I am not in any way supporting domestic violence. We all must kick against it. However, caution must be taken. Woman, oh woman, a lot of blames will go on you, and I will tell you, I've said it severally with style on my program, and I will emphasize on it tonight. As a lady, you need to first and foremost understand the man that you are dealing with. If his behavior is irrational, don't wait till you are killed. You will know, you will see the signs. Why are you waiting? Now, the lady that was killed 3 days ago, she had parents, she's got 5 children, sisters, other siblings. What will happen to her loved ones? She's lost her life. Fine, the husband has been arrested, but the deed is done. And so, the first error that a lady would make, and very soon I'm going to open up the phone line so that we all can contribute. This is a very sad development. And I want us to talk about the things that ladies do tonight that will provoke a man to want to hit them. Again, no justification for domestic violence. So the first error is when the lady ignores the obvious. You made a mistake to get married to a madman. Okay, now you are in the house. You realize that the man is mad. Run, baby, run. You can't hang on living with a man that is threatening your life. Before he will hit you, he must have raised his hands. Then he will withdraw. That's a sign. He must have brought out his gun that he has never used before to threaten your life. That's a sign. When you see these things, run. Number 2, and after this number 2, I'm going to open up the line so that we all can discuss the things that the ladies do to contribute to domestic violence, or the things the ladies do to provoke the man. Again, no justification for domestic violence. Number 2, the words of mouth. I am sure on a good day, a loaf of bread may not cause a couple to fight. But in this case, a loaf of bread caused someone to be killed. How? She spoke in a way, let me pause and say this again. No justification for domestic violence. Let me go back. Now, she spoke in a way that the man did not like. This is always, constantly, always a problem of any family issues where there's domestic violence. The man is always quoting the woman as saying something nasty, something bad. Ladies, silence is golden. You walk away sometimes. In the art of the deal, walking away is a game. I am telling you, sometimes when you walked away, you have gained a lot. Silence. Just be quiet. It is not everything you speak to. It's not everything you respond to. At least, please, Save your own life. The man has eaten the bread. Let me pause and say it again. Already we have callers. Okay, I'll pick it. All right, and let's see where we go from there. This is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Good evening. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Adekoya is my name.
Yes.
Calling from Houston.
Yes, yes, Mr. Adekoya. Good to hear your voice. Now, you've been following the program, right?
At least a little bit.
Yes. So, are there things that the women do that will contribute to the issue of domestic violence? In this case, I'm looking at a loaf of bread 3 days ago. A family fought over a loaf.
Not because I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I'm a man.
Yes.
But let us be realistic.
Yes.
Are you getting me, sir?
I'm with you.
They killed is two, not only bread, with sachet of water.
Mm-hmm.
Another one sachet of water, all in Lagos, in just few days. Now, when you are living with someone called spouse, you need to know his weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Men are like a baby. Men are not strong. The weakness of a man is the actions of a female. Actions of females matters. Not all men can talk. Any men that cannot talk are dangerous than snake. If a woman is lucky to have a man who can talk back, congratulations. Many men cannot talk. It takes them days, months to consult what to do. Relationship is not a joke.
Sure,
it's a serious
right.
business. Who have not get there? If you don't have experience before you get to marriage, it's a big problem. Marriage or relationship, whatever you call it, is a serious business.
It is.
One, any marriage, let me say this before I go forward. Any marriage that does not have a courtship will have a break. I must be able to know you too deep before I agree. That is one. Two, if I marry you, Mr. Ashman, for a reason, as soon as the reason goes out, everything you do become a problem.
That's right. If your love is based on something, I get
because
that.
I married you for a purpose.
For a particular reason.
Today, a lot of women forgot the weakness of their spouse. A man can absorb for a long time, as I was telling you. A man is a baby. Man is the most simplest issues. Because I've examined the case when I saw it in the news. What could make a man kill a woman? But don't forget, we are human beings. We have two spirits living in us, positive and negative. Positive is the Holy Spirit. Negative is evil, flesh. And when there's a poverty in mind, it's worse than poverty in pocket.
Sure that. Very sure.
A man frustrated when he cannot fish back home. A man is frustrated. And all these little things we don't count matters. We are talking of people in our country who are poor. What about here? People are not poor. People are worse. Many marriages are planning, let the children get to 18 so I can get properties.
Okay.
Because of pride, a woman has to make sure he reduces his pride.
You mean the woman, the woman should reduce her pride, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I got you.
You have to try to reduce your pride. It's not our way as an African. As even Oyibo, they respect. It's just their culture are different from ours. Because people cannot grudge.
I do have another call. The other caller, give me just a minute. I'll let you finish your point. The other caller, give me just a minute so that you call back. All right, let me allow Adekoya to finish his point. Adekoya, quickly, make your point, then I'll
So,
attend to the other caller.
what I'm begging those in marriage, please try to manage your man.
All right. All
Try
right.
to manage your man, because men will not speak.
All right.
They don't reach there. They are like a baby. If you want to carry a baby on the ground, you have to bend down
You're
before
right.
you can carry a baby up.
You're right.
If you are not bent down, you can't move forward.
All right.
Because many marriages managing. Mr. Ashman, if I have to be your husband or wife, I have to manage you.
You're right about
If
that.
I'm not managing you, we can't live for long time.
You're right about
This is
that.
a first problem. We don't need to go to mosque or church or babalawo. If we don't address issues like this, we're going to continue in pandemonium
You're right
in
about
the war.
that. I really appreciate you, Mr.
Marriage are
Adikoya.
full of crises. Let me give time for other people to
Thank you
contribute.
very much. You've made very candid points, and I'm going to emphasize on some of the things that you have said. The other caller, you can go ahead and call me right now. The lines are opened: 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. The other caller that was calling me on 3800, go ahead and call right now while we go on with the program. Adekoya said a lot of great things. One of the things I want to emphasize is the fact that he said you have to learn to manage your husband. See, most of the time, I must have said this on the program before, there is a way you tell a man to go to hell and he will look forward to it. Everything is not about bringing him down, rubbishing him. Ladies, I am on your side. Trust me, 99% of the time, I feel for you. I'm on your side. Excellently, I am on your side. However, that 1%, we need to sit down and address and readdress some things. It's not everybody that will take matters the way some other people will take it. Adekoya said that if you have a man that talks back, then you should be happy. There are some men that won't talk back. The reality is that everybody would want to express their anger one way or the other. Everybody, regardless of who you are. So if you have the talking husband, good. If you have the husband that will walk out, good. But if you have the aggressive one, run, baby, run. Why? Because when he gets to that level of displaying his anger, he's not himself anymore. He's been overtaken by that, can I call it that spirit? You understand? That it's not in control. So, viewers, what are the things that the ladies do to contribute to domestic violence? Again, there is no justification for domestic violence. So, the lines are open again, or 336-456-3800 and 346-426-5650. All right. The point I was emphasizing before I got the call from Adekoya is this. The words of the mouth are very powerful. So how do you say to a man that's eating the bread you bought for your children, the only loaf of bread, and he finished everything? Naturally, you should be upset. As a lady, I understand. Remember, he did not buy the bread. He said he didn't have money. So naturally, you'll be upset. But then, his pride is at stake. A man will fight tooth and nail to keep his pride together. So he's already down because he didn't have money. He's already ashamed of himself because he ate the bread that he didn't buy. Now you're not talking and bringing him down. He would want to fight. Again, there is no justification for domestic violence. But the things that we can avoid, let us avoid them. You understand? What should I have expected you to do? Maybe when my callers, when my viewers call in, you should tell me, what should the lady, what should she have done? That was the only meal for her children, and the man ate it. What should she have done? Should she have ignored, walked away? Should she have kept quiet? Should she have said something? What should she have done? There must have been something that she could have done. Unfortunately, she spoke in a way the man did not like, and the next thing is blow upon blow until she died. I think he smashed her head over the mirror. You know, I don't want to go very graphic on you, but all these things will always lead to one thing or the other. When a lady is slapped, she wants to jack the shirt and she wants to yell, then the man wants to hit again. No, it doesn't have to be this way. This is very important to me, very emotional too, because people are losing their lives over things that don't worth it. How much is a loaf of bread? People losing their lives over a loaf of bread? How would you, now think about those 5 children. How would they, oh geez, how would they explain it in future to one another? What would they say? Our daddy killed our mommy because of a loaf of bread. Ladies, you have a lot of work to do. You have to know how to manage the person that you are with. He has 2 ears. One of them is working and they can hear the gentle voice. Listen, this whole thing about equality, which is what going to be our topic one of these days, this whole thing about equality, bring it down a little, tone it down a little, not for anything but for the sake of your life. The person that you're with, if he's called a man, you cannot remove that pride. That instinct that I am the king, I am the one in control, is there. You can't remove it. English will never remove it. Science will never remove it. Explanations upon explanations. All the placards that we carry, equal, equal, equal. It cannot remove it. People are not equal anyway. And I will tell you why. Even the most advanced countries know that they pay the men more than the women on the same job. That's the topic for another day. But I want every lady to hear and to understand that the man you're with deserves some respect. Again, let me pause and say this again. There is no justification for domestic violence. But when you are with a man, give him some respect. If you cannot afford to give respect, then don't stay in any marriage. It's a simple thing. You're not willing to bow, stay out of marriage. We will still respect you. We will still love you. You're still human. You're still good. But listen, everything has a price. Everything. You want to stay beautiful, you buy some good food, you buy some cream, it helps you stay beautiful. That's a price. You want people to look at your hair the second time, you have to pay attention to it, you have to go to the salon and pay the salonist, you understand? That's the price. You want to stay in marriage, lady, you got to pay by not talking too much. What kills a lady most of the time is the words they speak. A poor man is already a broken man. He's already a man that is very angry. He's a man that is not proud of himself. Now, using your words to belittle him more and more is like using the hammer to kill the ants. So, I've mentioned 2 things, and I said you need to pay attention to the man that you're with. And number 2, I said you need to mind the way you talk. Number 3, before I say number 3, the phone lines again are open: 346-426-5650 or 336-456-3800. Number 3 point, there is time for everything. That issue of bread could have been discussed at another time. There would have been a more appropriate time to discuss it. Listen, you don't attack matters when they're still hot. No. Look, everybody's boiling, and that's when you want to bring your topic. It's going to make everybody to act crazy. Give it some time. Look, lady, I know how painful it is that the man couldn't afford to buy the food, and you used your money to buy the food, and he ate the food. It's not something easy for anybody to handle or to take. But then you need to understand that you can discuss it at another time. He's eating the bread anyway. Look at it now. A life is lost just because you want to say it there and then. You can't say there and then all the time. No. Let him go away. Look, discuss it when he gets back. Discuss it at another time. You've been cheated, I know. Listen, all of us at one time or the other have been cheated. And I'm emphasizing on this now because there are more victims on the female side than on the male side. Of course, tomorrow we'll look at how male are also victims. But for tonight, we're emphasizing on what the ladies can do better. So, I am still on the point of there is always another time. Or rather, there's time for everything. Wait for the appropriate time to discuss this matter. You know that before the 5 children, you don't want to call their father useless. If you're calling him privately, when both of you are in bed together, he could take it like, oh yeah, that sounds nice anyway. You understand? He may find a way to absorb it. But then, the children are there, and you're calling the man useless for eating the bread that you went to buy. He will fight. Again, no justification for domestic violence. But let us avoid some things. He will fight. The caller was spot on when he said, look, everybody has his 2 sides. The good side, the bad side. Everybody, all of us, everybody has it. Why don't you appeal more to the good side of the man? You can. Listen, even armed robbers, sometimes they smile. Even people that are really wicked, sometimes they crack jokes. So find a way to appeal to the good side, the soft side, the nice side, the gentle side. Appeal to that rather than provoking him. No man wants to be broke. It's bad enough when a man is broke. It is now worse. No man wants to be told that he is broke. He wants to be managed. Very soon we're going to be going on a break, and I want you to pause and think and reflect on these things. Again, don't forget, your calls, your advice could save a life. And that is the truth. There's a woman that called me, you understand, and she was on and praying because she's not together with her man, and the man was going to be beating her. She wrote a letter that don't you ever, and she got a police report that the man must never come near. Why? Because not that he had beaten, but he was showing signs that was going to beat her. Listen, just one blow could be deadly. Avoid it at all costs. No justification for domestic violence, but there are some things that you ladies have to be mindful of. There are many more things that we're going to be talking about when we return from the break. All right, this is Sharing Life Matters with Ishman, and I will see you at the other side of the divide.
It's your world. Get ahead. Invest in yourself. We make it easy for you at School of Business and Technology, SB Tech, by making you have a flexible schedule, fast career in database administration, human resources management, nursing assistance, project management, computer support tech, A+, GED, ESL. Our place, your place, in person also. 9888 Business Street, Suite 460, Houston, Texas 77036. Call now at 713-808-9728 or 281-777-5822. Visit us at www.sbtech.education. SB Tech, job placement assistance is available.
Vince Auto and Shipping LLC. Notary, copy, and fax. Scanning and lamination. U-Haul renters. Auto sales. Shipping, FedEx, UPS. 12134 Beach Street, Houston, Texas 77072. Telephone 414-324-8244 or 346-946-2771. Fins Auto and Shipping LLC. We are here to help.
Are you in Houston area and you need luxury style space, beautiful and elegant? Chairs, tables, furnitures, Asian design, high stage for celebrants, large free garage parking for guests. Wets Block Event Hall is all you need. Weddings, receptions, conference, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, rehearsal dinners, corporate meetings, trade shows, fashion shows, album or book launches. You can design and decorate any special event. Free appointment for a free quote. Check us out 7636 Allen Drive, Suite A115, Houston, Texas 77036 or 5711 Ecroft Avenue, Suite A1A, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 832-351-0993 713-969-0362. westblog@gmail.com or at www.westblog.com. Planning, decorations, and distinctions in stock. Think Westblog for your next.
Glory of God African Food Store, your one-stop grocery shop for a wide variety of international products such as momo, asa fish, mangala, stockfish,
Akamo Ogi, and African bread.
and various food and soup condiments. Our products are always fresh, conveniently available, and professionally packed. Our store is known for its professional, quick, and express service. Come visit us today at the Glory of God African Food Store. We are located at
127198 Business Street, Houston, Texas.
77099. Call us today on
281-498-7747.
our customer service, always on point.
Glory of God African Food.
And Lord of Lords, oh, so great you are, doing marvelous things. Oh, everything written about you, yeah.
I love you. Thank you, Jesus. I love you.
Being at number one in authentic African cuisine has made us not to stop dishing out the best to our customers. Check out some of our delicacies in African food today. We also cater for both indoor and outdoor parties. Finger Licking Restaurant 2.0. Check our all-day coffee tea spots out. Open on Sunday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We deliver with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Drop Off. Finger Licking 2.0, 98178 Business Street, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 713-270-7070. Come for an authentic African cuisine.
Welcome back, and it's good to know that you're there. Now, do you have products and services that you deal with? We can advertise them for you. We can push your products and services so that the world can hear about them. Or would you like to sponsor this particular program? Definitely, we'll be very glad to partner with you, and we talk about your products every time we are on the show. And we can do that for as long as you want. Call us today or send us a mail. We'll make sure that we get in touch, and we'll do that for you. Don't worry about the prices. They are far cheaper than you can imagine. But it's a good thing to know that you're on TV and to know that people out there are hearing you. Or do you have programs in your organizations, your churches, your mosques, wherever you want us to advertise them for you? Those same numbers that we give you, you can always call or send text messages to them. Welcome back. So we've been discussing that this is Sharing Life Matters with Eshman. Domestic violence, no justification. However, we're looking at some of the things that the ladies do that could provoke a man to want to hit them. Again, I've said that repeatedly, all right? So you must have heard that from me now like maybe 20 times, that there's no justification for domestic violence. We have looked at the fact that there's time for everything. It is not everything you say as a lady, and give him room, give him time, ignore him. then particularly you need to know the person that you're with, so that when you've studied there, you either want to stay or you don't want to go. Another point we need to quickly talk about, and I want every lady to hear what I'm about to say. You must know when to run. That really is a very big deal. And I'm saying it to some ladies tonight. Make up your mind. You must know when to run. Listen, a warrior, a good warrior, knows when to run from a battle. The one that does not know when to run from a battle is killed in the battle. If someone is hitting you somewhere, or you know someone that is being hit, don't spend another time. You need to find a way to run. Run to the authorities. Call the authorities. Save your own life. If you don't, you could get killed in the process. You must know when to run. It is not all situations you can manage as a lady. That's why the ladies are more of the victims. You want to manage and manage and manage. There are some things you cannot manage. If you cannot manage it, step out. Call for help. There is no shame about it. That's the biggest problem of the lady. They want to keep managing because, oh yeah, their friends have been married for 20 years and they're still doing good. You're not your friend, child. You need to find time or find a way. If you really need to run, you must know when to run. You must. If you're too tired in it, then it is time. Do you know if you do the kind of job that I do, you will hear things that I hear. There are people that have had broken legs, broken hands, and they're still in that union because they just don't want people to hear. There are people managing things that are totally out of hands. Why? Because they don't want people to hear. You must know when to run. If it is time to run, it is time to run. Anything could bring a quarrel. When we were growing up, we heard that our families separated because of toothpaste. Families have separated because, okay, who put these shoes here? Now, day before yesterday, someone got killed because of a loaf of bread. All these things are not things that we should celebrate. They are things that we should use as examples of what should not happen. The society is filled with all manner of gory stories. I know we cannot eradicate domestic violence, but we can reduce it. We can reduce how it is done. Women, a lot depends on you. We're going to look at how men are victims some other time. But tonight, the bigger victims are the women. We have one caller. Let's quickly pick this call. Good evening. This is Share Life Matters with Eshman. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Good evening. My name is Titi. I'm calling from Houston, Texas. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, Titi. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, you heard what we've been saying. How are the ladies contributing to the issue of domestic violence?
Our mouth. The way we run our mouth, the way we talk to our men, ego is a big thing for them. So maybe we just need to learn how to pass our message across sometimes, because maybe a few hours before then they will sell them as a son or a boyfriend, a lover, and then in the next 5 minutes want to see them as a father, and not forgetting that he hasn't gotten that much experience like the way our father or grandfather would have acted. So you expect too much. So probably don't expect too much for them so you don't feel disappointed. Hence you won't run your mouth and then you won't get hit.
How do you think, Titi, this is a very complicated question, but I feel like asking you. The lady, how could she have handled it? She told the man to buy the bread. He said he didn't have money. They have 5 children. She went to look for the money to buy the bread. And the man ate the whole bread. What should she have done differently? She spoke badly. The man hit her, smashed up his head on her head on the mirror, and she died. But Titi, tell me, I want you to advise this woman now. What could she have done better?
It's very tough because we're not in that situation. But the way our men get angry and they leave the house, I think ladies too can just try to excuse yourself or go into the restroom or, just lock yourself up for some time or just try to have a break. And for the ladies, they should also learn to be self-sufficient at first and okay, if you didn't eat the bread now, and fine, he ate it, was very selfish, he finished everything, it was meant to be for them and the children to eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, but as a woman, I will it's tough. I'll just try to ignore it, because if I should talk immediately, then I know I have a very sharp mouth and I'm very weak. I don't have power. But what I can say to him, man.
How come most ladies are proud of this one that I have a sharp mouth? I have a sharp mouth. What is it about the sharp mouth?
Okay, because we're ladies, we don't have enough strength as much as them. And sorry for my alarm. And based on that fact, our strength is in our mouth. That's all we got.
Where's the man's strength? Where's the man's strength?
The man's strength is in his energy now.
So that's physical.
That's physical, yes. Wow. Ours is emotional.
Wow.
When we are talking, we don't even know all what we just said. We just talk and just put everything all down. So I start picking it back and start saying, no, I didn't really mean this, but did I even say this? So I'm sorry there, but the men would just look at it like, oh, Berini is a woman, just let her go. But did you really mean what you said? I'm sorry, let's just end this whole thing. Because that's where our strength is. So we don't even say things, I don't know, just for us to just let it all out, all the anger, the whole thing. So we're not even thinking what we're saying. We just say it, Sha.
Titi, I'm going to give you half a minute. There are many women listening to you right now. On this issue of running mouth, can you please talk to them? They're listening to you.
Let's talk to myself too.
Go ahead and say it.
Please, my sisters, your life is more important than anything, even your children. So please don't go and collect the barrel and then you not become blind and you'll be able to see your children grow up. So for the sake of peace, your health, your sanity, let's try to watch our mouth, look for other ways that we can let out the anger. And it's always wise to tame our mouths, to be quiet. If you find it so hard to be quiet, just go to the freezer and go and get ice cubes and load your mouth up. Like you can't even just say anything. That's my own shortest advice for you.
All right. I appreciate it, Titi, and I wish you a very good night. Hopefully you'll call again tomorrow. All right?
I'll try. Thank you, sir.
Have a good night. Maybe Titi has said it all, and that's where I'm going to be hanging it tonight. I need you sisters to please watch the mouth. It is very important that you show your anger. Nobody's a robot. Nobody's asking you to pretend like you're not angry. But running your mouth may not be the best tool. It will always attract an action. And Titi was spot on when I asked her, where is the strength of the man? It is physical. He may not be able, again, let me pause and say it one more time. No justification for domestic violence. But the man will want to exhibit his anger as well. If you talk too much, it always will start with a slap or a push. And for the fact that you want to attempt to push back, if someone pushed you, you probably want to push back. Then it comes with a bigger blow. Why don't you learn how to walk away rather than running the mouth? Then if you have to talk, say it one time and leave it alone. There is no point repeating the same thing and sounding like a broken record. He is not hearing you. The only thing that he's hearing is just, someone is sending me a text. I don't think you can still call tonight again. If you can, I'll give you a minute. If you can quickly call, I'll give you a minute, all right? Thank you for the text anyway. But then, there's always that opportunity to express yourself. Express yourself, but in such a way that you're not stepping on his big toes. Every man born of a woman is filled with pride. Yes. Tell them Eshman told you. If you see a man that says he has no element of pride in him, I will tell you he's a liar. Now, that pride, he doesn't want you to rubbish it. So don't bring him down. There is no point. When the fight starts, somebody's going to lose. Of course, Titi mentioned it. I don't know if she heard the story. There was a woman that was blinded 2 eyes in the name of domestic violence. 2 eyes. She's now blind. She's alive, but she lost her 2 eyes. How? Come on, man. Is it really worth it? If the journey is not sweet anymore, find a way out. People want to celebrate you. Your parents want to celebrate you. Your children would like to celebrate you. People around you will want to celebrate you. Don't die in it. But above all, watch your mouth, ladies. If you have to say it one time and move on. When you keep repeating it, you're provoking the anger. The man may not have the opportunity or the power or the will to want to keep talking. He will want to silence you somehow. There is no justification for domestic violence, but please do not let us provoke domestic violence. I have not been the only one at the studio tonight. There have been many people here with me, making sure that everything is going so smoothly. I see Ehiko Wecho has been going up and down and working on the camera as well. Extremely good people that surround me. One of these days, I will bring everybody here up front one more time, and you're going to be seeing them. Georgina Bracco has been a very wonderful hard worker. Thank you very much, Georgina Bracco, for all the good jobs that you do. Bukola Sarah, always up and about, ensuring that all the commercials are detailed and going well. Bukola Sarah, wherever you are tonight, God bless you. You're such a very beautiful and wonderful worker. Ehiko Wecho, always making sure that I look right, feel right, talk right, just generally look good. Thank you so very much for all the good work that you do. And our executive producer cum director, SHINA Ayo OYINLOLA. What a wonderful man that makes sure that everything goes well. He's always supplying just whatever we need to make sure that this program comes to your doorstep. Now, tomorrow again, we will be here talking about a very important topic as well. Make sure you keep the date with us and hoping that when we see again, there will be good news in our mouth. Until then, Eshman is my humble name, and I'll see you at the other side of the divide.
Without auto insurance, do you know the time and money you'll spend if you're caught? Why risk it? At Aegis Insurance, we have several insurance carriers to tailor your specific needs. We offer low rates on liability starting from $38 a month. For a 2 vehicle, $65 a month. No driver's license, no problem. We accept Texas IDs, passports, international driver's license, and expired driver's license. Pay 3 months in advance and save 20% on auto insurance. We offer discounts for switching over to Aegis, as well as good student discounts. Buy by phone, pay by phone. It's just that simple. It's our job to meet your needs when no one else can. So don't get caught driving without auto insurance. The law requires you to have liability. Call Aegis Insurance today for a free quote and start saving money.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
10039 Business Street, Suite 338, Houston, Texas 77036. Telephone 346-426-5650 or 832-490-8203.
Website www.abntv.com. ABN, celebrating